Hey everyone, it's Lotus Moon. Happy New Year! Wow, last year was full of a lot of ups and downs, but I'm pretty happy that we've made it this far. And I do hope we continue to go forward together. Also, yes, just for today, I'm sporting a new look. As of right now, there are a couple things that I'd like to talk about. First off is the rebranding of Month of Levin and Month of Macabre. Now, no worries, it's nothing too serious. By rebranding, I simply mean that I'm changing the names I've given to February and October. February, I have now titled Anteros and Amore, and October, I have now titled Nightmare Fest. Both just sound pretty original to me, and I like how they roll off the tongue. To add to this, there may be times where I won't do anything for February, as there simply isn't enough reasonable time between November and January to get a whole cast together, even if the stories were picked out ahead of time. There may also be times where I may not do anything for October and just focus on February. It just all comes down to whatever projects or readings I've taken on up to that point. Next, special readings, collabs, and requests. Now, I do have a growing list of requested readings, and I do plan to tackle them all very soon, but I do ask that you have patience with me, as even though I am the voice behind 3OC, I'm still just one person. There are times when I'm voicing all characters as well as the narration, and there may be times that I have help with these readings. I just can't tackle everything at once, so I do hope that you all can be patient with me when it comes to the requests. As for the special readings, those are reserved for their intended days, like Halloween, Valentine's Day, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. So if you have a story you like done for those days, then I encourage you to suggest them to me. Also, the special readings are included with the collab stories as well. So it could be a request from me and Sectus to read something, or if you'd like to read a story with me, then don't hesitate to ask. Next up are future readings and any hiatuses. Now, regarding the future videos, there may be some gaps between them, as, like I said, I am just one person, and it will take time for me to be able to do certain things. So, once again, I just ask that you have patience with me. And there may be times where I go on shorts or maybe extended hiatuses, just so I can have time to unwind, as sometimes I am so stressed out, I don't even really have time to breathe, so a break will definitely be needed every once in a while. Next up, the ASMR videos. Now, I'm sure some of you do remember my OC Midnight Affections. Don't worry, she hasn't been forgotten. Your favorite shy alabaster pony will be coming back soon. We've just been working with some friends on new ideas for future videos. They may be infrequent, but they are coming soon, everyone. Next up are comic dubs and creepypastas. Now, the comic dubs are relatively new, and I do have fun doing them. So if there's one you'd like done, don't hesitate to send me the link. And, of course, I will look them over, and it'll just be a surprise when I do them. Also, they will probably be pretty infrequent as well, as, of course, most of them I may need help on, so it just takes time to get the right voices. Also, the creepypastas will be probably done at random. I just need time to ask permission to do them, read through them, and possibly get a small or extensive cast together. They may primarily be done for October, but they also may be released sometime throughout the year as well. Next up is the LoveBug and Lotus server. Now, if you recall back, I did make an announcement video with LoveBug that we had a Discord server. But thanks to a few rather annoying raids, the link to the server will only be given privately to those who are serious about joining. We'd be happy to have you and simply ask that you follow our rules and get along with everyone. Now, long-running projects. If those of you who are veteran subs, you would remember that I have 2 long-standing readings right now. Those two are Inferno in F minor, written by Correct Inkwell, and the next is Fire Team Odium, written by Atranos the Last. Now, Inferno in F minor will be on hold again due to a few situations that I will not be going into details on. As for Fire Team Odium, I'm still not completely sure how it will end, seeing as it's been sitting on chapter 28 for a while now, but it will be continued soon. Now, I do have a new long-running project that will be starting soon, and that is Between Bass Drops and Bowstrings, and that was a requested reading, so that will be starting probably after February. Lastly, this is something I've been wrestling with for a while now, actually. Asking for a little more support. This is a bit important as I have opened a Patreon and Ko-fi account, and both are for the purpose of, well, in hopes that you'll support me there as well. And everything that you donate will go to a pretty good cause, because then I can give you more content, hopefully. With your support on either Patreon or Ko-fi, I do want to bring you more content and possibly advance the content a little. The links will be in the description down below. I do hope you check them out. And now, time for New Year's resolutions. I believe I'll let Sectus go first on this one.
Hello everyone, LoveBug Sectus here, and thank you Lotus for having me on here just to share my New Year's resolution for 2019 and some of the things that I at least want completed for next year. Before I continue, if my voice cracks whatsoever, I've been sick for the entire month and I finally got my voice back just a couple of days ago, so if it cracks, my apologies. So the first thing that I want is a job. I actually did complete that for last year, but it was only for part-time. So I'm just looking for another one for full-time. Second thing is I want to go to BronyCon with Lotus at least, if she can make it, and I'm hoping she does. Because I never went to a con before, and BronyCon seems to only have the last one this year. I wanted to at least save up some money and attend to that, and at least go and experience how it is, because I never, like I said, been there before. Still hoping that Lotus can make it too, but I'm just hoping at this point. Thirdly, I want to get hormone therapy, or at least get on to hormone treatment, because if most of you don't know, I am transgender and I want to be a full-on female. And so I want to at least get the therapy for it, and that's kind of hard to do for me at the time being, because I'm still living with my mother, who I still support every day, the best in my abilities. If she, sometimes she busts my ass, so I don't know how she feels about, her son wanting to be a full-on female voice and everything. And, I already have the curves, like the body curves of a female. She barely sees my body because I cover it up all the time, but enough about that. Fourth thing, I want to pay Lotus a couple of visits here and there, or at least have her come down here. Either I'm paying or if she's paying, because, I love Lotus to death, and she probably knows this too, but love her to death. Want to show her my appreciation. I was about to cough right there. Shit. So yeah, those are the four things that I want for next year to actually happen. And I'm praying Lotus gets a job. Praying and hoping she does, because we can do a lot more things together instead of, doing readings all the time. And, chatting on Discord and stuff. But that's the only thing I have at the time being, because I don't have a lot of things on my plate. So thank you again, Lotus, for having me on here just to share my goals for next year that I at least want to complete, or at least get a good majority of them completed. But thank you again for having me on here, and I love you.
And now it's my turn. Firstly, just like Sectus, I do want to finally be able to get a job that's either full-time or part-time, as it is something I've been struggling with for a while now, sadly. But here's hoping that this is the year all of that changes. Secondly, I would like to go to BronyCon, or really any MLP convention, since all I've gone to so far in my life are anime conventions, and it seems like both are maybe more or less the same, so a change of scenery may be nice every once in a while. Thirdly, I'd like to get my permit, and eventually my license. Don't get me wrong, public transportation is fine where I am, but it's also kind of a hassle, and often sometimes very limiting. Plus, I'm pretty much the age where I should have had my license by now. I mean, no shame in being a late bloomer in that field. But still, I'm at the age where I should have had it a long time ago. So here's hoping that I get my permit and then my license, so that I can get it for maybe a car and perhaps a moped or a bike or something. Hey, I can't always drive a large vehicle everywhere. Lastly, I'd love to be able to make trips to see Sectus and Safi every once in a while, as well as a few other people as well. And that's pretty much where the job and license come in too, so fingers crossed. Well, that's all I have to say for now. This will be an interesting new year, and I do hope it can be a really relaxing one as well. I do hope you all have a lovely day and spend it with your loved ones and enjoy the time together. I am Lotus Moon, and I want to wish you all a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are, every pony. Good night.